I don't know. Yeah, when I came to Canada, the first couple months was like difficult for me, my wife, my kids. I remember my wife the first week she was crying for the weather because we came in October. It was so snow minus.
But like when you Google things now, so you find more like, and it's true stories, not like when you ask about population, about like whatever else. Uh, so you can find real answers. So I Googled Lethbridge after I spoke with the owner of the business, and they said there's about 105,000 person living in Lethbridge. I Googled what restaurants in Lethbridge, and I found a couple shawarma places. And yeah, I was like, okay, let's do it.
My family and I, before we even went to Syria, we tried the illegal route, is what they call it. So that's when you pay a human smuggler some amount of money, and they take you illegally through a certain route. So the plan was to leave go to Jordan, which we did, and then our route, or the smuggler's route, was to go to Morocco, North Africa, and then they smuggle you to Spain, and from Spain you go wherever you want in Europe. But that got busted and did not work, so we had to go back to Iraq, unfortunately.
Because I know Edmonton, and I lived in Edmonton, I lived in Ottawa, and I've been to Calgary too. So Lethbridge was like, what is going on here? It's very quiet. Nothing. It's not like crazy like Edmonton, where like you can see restaurants and shops open until 2, 3, 4 in the morning. So by 7 p.m., everybody in bed here in Lethbridge.
I left Baghdad after like 3, 4 years of the war with the Americans, and we went to Syria around like 06, end of 05, 06, and we waited there to get accepted by the United Nations. But there's hella people applying through the United Nations to get out of the war zone, get out of Syria. So it took us a while. So I left Damascus in end of 09, and then we headed to Medhat, where I lived there for 8 years. And then I came to Lethbridge in 2018 for school, actually.
It was really difficult, and it was a big risk because I didn't know any person here in Lethbridge. So when you open, or you, for example, you do an opening to a business, you send like invitations to people you know, to friends, families, people you have connection with, business with. I didn't know anybody here, so zero. So there was no opening here. Just like I got everything ready and opened my doors and start working. That's how it went. So first couple weeks was really not scary. I know I'm gonna be somewhere, but I just need to be patient. And yeah, now I'm really proud of what I did, because if you Google Beirut shawarma now, it has the highest score on Google, like 4.9 from 5. Skip the Dishes or DoorDash, Uber, 5 from 5. So for being here for only 2 years and by myself and doing all this job, and people just loving the food. So I think I'm somewhere. I'm not like, I didn't reach yet my goal 100%, but I think I'm doing okay. I'm on the way there.
So I told you I have 5 kids, and I take big responsibility. I left family in my country, in Syria and Turkey as well. So to be honest, I send it money like monthly to my family to help them, food, rent, and yeah, and I have long time doing like barber. When I start work at Tommy Guns, there has different technique. I bring my technique from my country. I want to show people here what are Syrian people doing, what we have, like my experience, like what we have, like something new here in Lethbridge, Yeah, and I'm happy for this. I like this.
Like in '09, when I came to Alberta, there is not a lot of Iraqi immigrants or Syrian immigrants or African immigrants. There's definitely less immigrants around that time, so white folks weren't really used to seeing people of color, you know, and they had all sort of crazy stereotypes from seeing what they see on TV and movies and all of that. So I was confused, and the Kenyan people were scared and curious as well. But it's hard to teach them about your culture and where you're from and stuff when you don't even speak the language. So that took me a couple of years to learn the language, get used to my environment, and then I was able to tell the people about my culture. And I'm not a dangerous human being. I'm just like y'all. I just come from an unfortunate background because they were scared at first, and honestly, I don't blame them.
So first, like for this business, and in Lethbridge, it's very challenging because you can't find the right suppliers for you. You can't find the right ingredients. You can't find the right spices. So you have to go to Calgary or to order from Ontario if you want to make your food 100% authentic food. So yeah, that was a kind of big challenge. And here, when you go to some places, with all my respect to these places, and order, for example, chicken shawarma, and if you know how chicken shawarma tastes or you know how beef shawarma tastes, you won't eat it because it's a big difference. It's more Canadianized than it's so. Yeah, so I try to make it 100% as much as I can the way it tastes back home. And I got like some customers when I first opened, they ask, for example, oh, can you add, for example, tzatziki sauce? I'm like, I don't do tzatziki. Can you add whatever lettuce? I don't put lettuce in my shawarma. Sorry. So they're like, oh, that's the way we eat it. I'm like, well, we try it the way I make it. If you don't like it, don't pay for it. And since then, like everybody just ordering food, like, and this is the real food, man.
Yeah, so here a lot of people like come to see me because I speak their language, especially like Arabic people or Turkish people, because I speak Turkish and Arabic. When they come here, we can use Arabic language or we can use Turkish language, and that's easy conversation between us. And then we are very friendly. Yeah, nothing hard. You know, that's why I don't know. But this question you have, and then also you have asked people why you come, why you like to come to see Fabzi, you know.
There was a couple of Arabic families around that time that we spent some time with and stuff like that. But when I first moved in to Canada, there was a lot of anger issues. You know, you're taking a 14-year-old child coming from Baghdad straight out of the war, and you're putting him around white people that are scared of you. Naturally, you're gonna have people saying some ignorant things to your face, you know. So I dealt with bullying a lot of racism, a lot of discrimination, and I didn't even speak English. So my first instinct was violence, and unfortunately, I did some things that I'm not very proud of. And then my best coping mechanism was picking up on boxing, and I've been doing boxing for like 10 years plus. And that helped me a lot, you know, regulate my emotions and whatnot. But I also ended up volunteering at SAMIS Immigration Services, and I got to connect with a lot of immigrants, and they shared their experiences with me, and vice versa. But that helped a lot as well, you know, getting to know other people's struggles and help them out. So once I learned more English and I learned how the system worked and everything, I started teaching English actually at SAMIS Immigration as a volunteer, and help other people, because I know what it's like to be in their shoes. I was there at some point, and it's a scary feeling. So I wanted to help as much as possible, you know.
So you know what, like lots of people, they think back home that we live in heaven here. I'm like, I wish you guys move here. I wish you apply and get your visa in 24 hour and move here and see the life we're living. You guys are living in heaven because you don't, if you don't work for a week, you still can eat and live and there's a roof above your head. If you don't work here, you're gonna sleep on the street by the end of the month.
Um, Growing up as well here in Canada, I've seen a lot of people that grew up in the foster system, battled addiction and stuff like that. And I always wanted to help people. Like even when I came to Canada, I told you I was volunteering with SAM's Immigration Services. And I thought I would give it a try. So I started working on East Hastings, doing casework and harm reduction work. And I didn't know what to expect. And it was hard work. You see a lot of trauma, you see a lot of unfortunate things, but I just fell in love with it. Going home knowing that I made a difference today, or I kept a specific person sober for another day or 2 days, that genuinely means so much to me, you know? It's the small wins. And even to this day, like I still do a lot of case management, working with children's services, harm reduction, all of that. It makes you feel good afterwards, you know? It's not really about the material or how much money you're bringing in, but how much you're doing for the community. And I love how Lethbridge was there for me when I needed it, and I'm just paying my dues. I'm doing something back to the community as well.
So yeah, this is important question for me because before I came to Canada, I heard like something bad. So people talk to me, Fauzi, don't go to Canada. Canada is no safety. So when you arrive there, people doesn't respect you, doesn't respect your color, doesn't respect your religion, and yeah. So that's why when I applied my application, and then we talk with my family, and then after that I say no, I will not go, because I will not change my religion. To be honest, I can't change my color, I can't change anything. So yeah, and then after that, I go like talk with with people from my country or Arabic people, and they said, Fauzi, no, don't believe that. So we have experience here in Canada. We have long time live here, so people respect you. People respect your religion, and nobody talk about this. If you treat people with respect, they will do. Yeah, but when I came to Canada, for sure. Now I believe that. So everything was bad. There's nothing like this. People are very nice. When I came to Canada, everybody like helped me and then respect me. Sometimes maybe my language is not help me, my accent, because this is my third language. So people like accept that. Yeah, yeah.
I remember one day while I was volunteering, I've been helping this family for a few months and just doing a lot of work to help them with, living here in Canada. And the man looks at me. He said, "You know what? I thought you were a degenerate this whole time." I said, "Damn, uncle, what makes you say that?" You know. He said, "Well, you always hang out with a lot of white people and you got tattoos and whatnot." I said, "It's a shame that you get to judge me based on, my look or who I hang out with, and you're not seeing the good work I've been doing this whole time, There's a lot of expectations from our culture, oh, you're hanging out with a lot of Westerners, or, you're wearing certain type of clothes, or you got tattoos, or especially with brown parents, they want you to be a doctor, an engineer, or a pharmacist, or a lawyer, and I'm like, damn, I'm doing so much good for my community. Like, why can't you see that, But there's a lot of expectations around those things, but I don't care as long as I know that I'm doing good and my people know I'm doing good. That's what really matters at the end of the day.
And this is what I like about this place, because I have a direct connection with my customer. I'm cooking, I'm speaking to them, and I'm asking them questions. I'm making conversation with them, and this is good. Now I don't have customers. I call them family.
So news always bad. Same thing. Sometime I heard for the news say like Muslim people is bad. Same thing in Arabic when you go in like Arabic countries say, oh, when you go to Canada, they will take your kids, or they will doesn't respect you if you're black, if you doesn't have like blue eyes or like different color, they will not respect you. They will sue you number 3 and hit their number 1, like this. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's why people they're scared to come to Canada.
What? It's not about Canadian. It's about the West. So when you hear people from the West have something in their mind thinking about like people in the Middle East, for example, are terrorists or bad people or they're not good people, that pisses me off because and it's not their fault to think that way. It's the media. So the media only shows the bad things. Every country has good and bad people. Every religion has good and bad people. You can't say, I'm Muslim, that means like you're going to heaven. No. You're Muslim or you're Christian, you're going to hell. No, man. Like, it's what you are. Religion is between you and God, period. It's not between me and you or you and your friend. This is a relation between you and your creator. But when you hear like some people that are very racist, oh, what are you doing here in our country? It's not even your country. You came here. If not you, your father or your grandfather. You know what I mean? So, and in this land, like for everybody, or you make yourself like respectful and hardworking person and good person, or you can make yourself like any other people that are really bad people. But I mean, what I want them to know that, yeah, it doesn't make us bad people because of what your government or what your leaders want you to see on the media. No. You are watching like 1 from 100%.
You can only get mad at so many people, you know. You're going to get called names all the time, and people are going to test your patience and have all crazy ideas about you, you know. So I started approaching it rather than getting angry. I'm like, hey, like, just get to know me first. Let me tell you what my people are about. Let me show you what I'm about, you know, and that always helps. But also the main challenges like my family and other families also face was money as well. A lot of Western people think that immigrants just have all this money coming in from the government, which is absolutely not the case. You know what I'm saying? If you go, oftentimes, like, ask your cab driver, like, what did you do for a living back home? They're gonna be like, oh, I was a doctor, I was an engineer, and poor thing's driving a cab right now. Ain't nothing wrong with driving a cab, but definitely a difference, right? So a lot of immigrants struggle big time with money, you know, but we're hustlers, and we you know, you see us like doing 3 jobs at a time, but you know, people don't see that, you know. But we got to get it by any means necessary at the end of the day.
Now, lots of people contact with me. There, Fauzi, now you have like 5-6 years in Canada. How you feeling? I said, if you need my voice, come here. Come here, like, to be honest, thank you, Canada. Canada gave me everything. So when I come to Canada, before I start job, they give me child benefit, they help me for everything. You know, I don't speak English, they give me like somebody translate for me. Yeah, thank you, Canada.
On that note, we'd like to extend our deepest gratitude to all members of the Arabic and Middle Eastern community who generously shared their stories and culture with us. Your insights and experiences have enriched our understanding and appreciation of diversity in Lethbridge. Join us next time as we continue to explore the diverse communities that make our city truly remarkable.